They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Now Watson. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He got 29 yards that time. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. On the counter now, it's Sanders. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goedert. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st down, Watson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Quan Alexander came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson. Zach Ertz has it complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. They run the counter. Sanders down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4. They could still get a 1st down without scoring. They'll run. It's Sanders. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. To throw is Watson. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Green to bring it back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Lance. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Always got some breathing room. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Lance going to throw. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. The 40. The 20.
I'm the best in the game.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to have the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Second down, here's Mostert again. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On third down, here comes Mostert. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Mostert, toss left side. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mostert. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Here's Lance to throw it. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And now we'll hook up downfield on 2nd down. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain of 32 that time. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. Sanders has the first down and much more. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Out of the gun, Watson. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now it's Watson. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Watson now to throw. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the 49ers are going to have it here just past the 25. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A final shot before half for Lance. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Watson off play action. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Javon Kinlaw. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Lance now on first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Again, it's Mostert.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Raheem Mostert.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. This is caught at the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Green to bring it back.
And he returns this to the 22.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Lance. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Lance. And this is going to be caught, that they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, instead of fourth down after the incompletion, it'll be first down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off near the 42. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick six TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Green to bring it back. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. There goes Green. 20. Touchdown, 49ers. That a 92-yard kick return. And the 49ers get a score closer. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike 9.
On second and 12, Watson. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first down throw, Watson. Complete, Smith has it. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Faking the give, now Watson. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Here's Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 16. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Lance's throw taken in by Samuel.
And he's got this down to the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
They run with Sanders off the option.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Watson's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
A give running left. It's Sanders. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Eagles! Chris Watkins, 32 yards. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
2nd down, here's Mostert again.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Well, first down run there by Mostert, but it won't accomplish much. In fact, officially, he'll only get back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Lance able to find Mostert.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And some room to work. The 20, 10.
97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
This is Mostert. Mostert hit and he drops the ball. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he stopped immediately there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. absolutely nowhere to run there.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Eagles, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0.